TVGH, Toronto, Canada. Bari bin, bari wun, bari bem. Ear.
Milo TV, varabim, varabum, varabim. Yeah. All right, so this is Milo TV, Toronto, Canada. Subscribe if today is your first time watching Milo TV. Kindly like my videos, comment, and then share. By way of introduction, my name is Prince Positivia MC Milo, Canada-based Ghanaian journalist and a YouTuber as well. All right, so what we talk about here on my YouTube channel is that, we've been to abroad for a couple of years, and we're trying our best to help the Ghanaian community, or regardless of where you're coming from, to avoid certain mistakes, like right from Ghana all the way, or right from Cameroon, Nigeria, Togo, Ivory Coast, Benin, to your final destination, regardless of which country you're traveling to. Okay, so we came here and we made so many mistakes, like credit card, we've misused our credits. We can we cannot beat our chest to say we have good credit, and pretty much whole lot of things that we messed up. So I'm here to educate my sisters, my brothers who are preparing to come to abroad or who are already in the system. Milo TV people, Toronto, Canada, Baribim, Baribum, Baribim. Yeah. Also, reach me on Facebook, Prince Kojiteria Milo. TikTok, Milo TV386. WhatsApp 4169091100. Okay, so um I'm here tonight. I'm here this morning. I'm here this afternoon to discuss what the Canadian Immigration Minister told us a couple of days ago with regards to what is going on in Canada as far as the caregiver program is concerned. Okay, so His Excellency Mark Miller, who happened to be Canada's immigration minister, made it point blank that pretty much he is trying his best to give out what we call permanent resident card to every caregiver who comes to Canada. Okay, so without much ado, I will let you know what the meaning of caregiver is, because people keep on asking me. All right, so I'll explain who is a caregiver and let you know so we could continue from there. All right. So when we say a caregiver, are you with me? A caregiver is a person who gives care to people who need help taking care of themselves. Typical example, the aged person, people around 85, people around 80 years, they are not capable of taking care of themselves. So pretty much they will need people who will help them take a shower, who will help them eat, sort of spoon feeding, who will help them take drugs and other things. Most of them have this disease we call dementia. They are out of their mind and a whole lot. So, and when we talk about caregiver, the meaning of caregiver is a person who gives care to people who need help taking care of themselves. Okay? Example include children, the elderly. You see, a kid cannot take care of him or herself. So yeah, pretty much that is how it goes. Hey, Bada Beam! That is Castro for you. Castro for you. All right, so like the elderly, they cannot take care of themselves, and the children likewise, they cannot also take care of themselves. So pretty much they will need people who will give them a hand, who help them. So when we talk about a caregiver, he is a person who gives care to people who need help taking care of themselves. Examples include children, the elderly, or patients who have chronic illness or are disabled. Caregivers may be health professionals, family members, friends, social workers, or members of the clergy. Alright, so caregivers may be health professionals. That is a nurse, a doctor, like a nursing assistant. All those people are caregivers. So Mark Miller, who happens to be Canada's immigration minister, says that these people will be granted permanent residence as soon as they entered Canada. Now, let's go back to the days of COVID. So yeah, during the days of COVID, those people who were lucky to migrate to Canada with health background were privileged to have their permanent resident cards. Oh yes, why am I saying this? So most people here in Canada were sort of scared to approach or get close to people who were having COVID. So pretty much this thing, like, it helped most people with health background. So if you came here, let's say you were a nurse in Ghana, Nigeria, Togo, Benin, Ivory Coast, and you've migrated to Canada, is it possible you could get your papers those days, like 3 years ago? Yes. The Canadian government made it categorically clear that health sector needed people to work. So those people who were nurses had the privilege to get their papers. And typical example is what we're seeing right now. So I have so many people asking me many questions like, so Milo TV, is it possible I could also migrate to Canada through the caregiving route? Please, my dear sister, my dear brother, are you a nurse? Are you a doctor or a nursing assistant? Do not rush, just take your time. Whoever is a nurse or like a nursing assistant has this opportunity to come to Canada. And you come into Canada to help. It's not like just coming to Canada for um, tourism or anything of that sort. But you come in here to work. Now, let's go back. Caregiver job responsibilities. Do you know the responsibilities of caregivers? All right, here we go. Caregivers assist residents with activities of daily living, including bathing. So caregivers, what they do is, our old and the aged people who cannot take a shower, they will take them a shower. Okay? Okay. They will dress them up, grooming. They take them to the toilet to, take a shit, a whole lot. Then transfer them, getting to from activities and meals. They will spoon feed them as well, according to the individual service plan. Allow and encourages residents.
Milo TV, body beam, body bam. Yeah.
Alright, so this is Milo TV Toronto, Canada. Subscribe if today is your first time. Like, comment, and then share. Alright, so pretty much the Canada's immigration minister is trying to tell whoever is coming to Canada through the caregiver route that when you, as soon as you step onto this soil, pretty much you are, I wouldn't say you're a Canadian, but you just have your permanent resident card. So yeah, I made a story yesterday, and most people are saying, hey, Milo, we are coming all the way from England to Canada. I asked them why. They were like, hey, no, we're coming to experience the Canadian caregiver route, and we're coming to have the candidates permanent resident card, and yeah. So I'm trying to let whoever is trying to come to Canada through the caregivers route from Africa, regardless of which country in Africa you are from. Talk about, I wouldn't even mention Ghana. Talk about Benin, Togo, Ivory Coast, Cameroon, Uganda, where, I mean, the rest, the list is endless. So just let me know, or go straight to my YouTube channel. Take your time, watch this video. You see, we have so many YouTube channels. People will make you laugh so you could forget about your stress and stuff. But this YouTube channel will teach you something about abroad, especially Canada. Toronto, Canada, Milo TV. We're gonna have fun, bada bim, bada boom, bada bim. Yeah, that is how it is. So I will urge each and every person here that if you want to migrate to Canada, people are asking me question, can I also migrate to Canada? If you are not a nurse, if you are not a health assistant, please, this is different route altogether. This is a project the Canadian government just set up, trying to help people who are aged, people who cannot take care of themselves. You see, those days, couple of years ago, the Canadian government allowed people to come to Canada to sort of help their parents, those who gave birth. Mostly, after a couple of months, they want to go back to work. But who will take care of their kids? So we're having like people from Philippines, people from St. Lucia, St. Vincent, St. Kitts and Nevis. They all came to Canada to do this sort of job. Now, my people from Ghana, many of them Ghana for mania brea, mobese moba Canada. With this route, just sit down. You take your phone, go straight to Google and do research. However, go to Citizenship and Immigration Canada. They have everything there. Do your research before you could start this program. Toronto, Canada, Milo TV, gonna have fun, bada bim, bada boom, bada bim. Adishmama, hi, Milo TV, as usual, Toronto, Canada, and any day they can all here, no subscribe, no like, no comment, no share. I am not a camera focus, my bro, for instance, but me try my best. Why? Because me want nipa be from other countries. Omo frebo me se bo se adenti na menka brofo mo nso ente de America na se. Nti video ya me ye e koma me nuanom Africa fo a omo pe kwanya na oba Canada. This time around Canada aban na biatum say we caregiver. Oh, I keep on saying say those days now we never knew say ye will be say our system no mu. But say see ye hu no, what are we doing? Bruh, there be a come say my beer mataba and mu say whatever idea ebe pie bia no me spread it ama obi bia to be said e be ye na ono so betimi dia boa ebusuafo because abroche bra anya kura na okoye factory adwuma da kura who make more than $100 $100 ko Ghana say how many bags of cement in the top better cement be 10 bags. Milo TV people, Toronto, Canada, bada bim, bada boom, bada bim. Yeah. So my dear sisters, my dear brothers elsewhere in the world, especially those people here in Canada, if you have any contribution with regards to this program that I'm doing, just add it up. Okay? We are all trying to help our fellow Africans who want to come to Canada. You know how the situation looks like back home. Oh yeah, pretty much. The situation is worse and worse and worse. A lot of issues. Most African countries, war, civil war and stuff. But here in Canada, there is nothing like that. See, look at where I'm sitting. I have my freedom. I have my I mean, I'm a Canadian, so it doesn't matter my pedigree or my where I've gotten to, but I'm trying my best that we should all help one another. So a nurse could come with this program, a nursing assistant could also come with this program. Now, this is what you need to do. Somebody will ask, how could I or how can I also come to Canada with this route, the caregiver route? Please, what you need to do is that go online, search for agencies, okay? Like Indeed.com. What else? I'll look for those companies and let you know so you could also start adding them so you could also come to Canada. See, Indeed.com is one of the best companies you could look for you. And then Kijiji.com. Go there, find an agency. Tell the agency that you are traveling to Canada because you are a nurse, you want to be a caregiver. You have like pretty much you have like more than 10 years experience, you have more than 5 years experience. So if the agency should accept you, or if they accepted your proposal, they will send you something that you take to the embassy or to your the Canadian embassy back home in Ghana, so they could help give you a visa to migrate to Canada. So to whom it may concern, if you want to come to Canada through the caregiver route, what do you have to do? My dear sisters, my dear brothers from Africa, I am here trying to let you know what you have to do before you come. Go online and search for agencies in Canada. Okay? Go to the health sector. Go through the health sector. These agencies help people to migrate to Canada from abroad. So they will give you a letter indicating that they've accepted you. Send that letter to the embassy, and that will also enable you to migrate to Canada to start this caregiving job. Toronto, Canada below, you're gonna have fun, bada bim, bada boom, bada bam. Yeah. All right. One thing I've come to realize is that most Africans, most Ghanaians, I'm from Ghana, so I will use Ghana as a typical example. We don't do research. What we do is that we go to TikTok, laugh, laugh, ha 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 ha. You have to take your phone, go to Google, boom, 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 boom. What is the meaning of caregiver? Okay, I'm a nurse. Can I also migrate to Canada through the caregiver route? You have to do all this. You will get to know if you qualify to come to Canada through the caregiver route. Okay? Do not sit down. Quitters never win, and winners never quit. Ladies and gentlemen, let us try our best. It is possible. Yes, it is possible. You could also come to Canada through the caregiver route. Why are you sitting there? Canada, I would say, is not heaven, but if not the least, I would say Canada is one of the best countries in the world. Talk about their health. You go to hospital for free. They will not charge you anything. Like your kids will go to school for free. Child benefit. What else? Like GST. There are so many benefits here in Canada. So I'll urge you, if you are a caregiver, what you need to do, go straight, start doing research, and you could also migrate all the way from Africa or elsewhere in the world. So let's end the video here, but try to do more research. Do more research about what I talk about here on the channel. We are all trying to help each other. And however, my dear brothers, my dear sisters here in Canada, everywhere, like those in UK, if you have anything to be added to what I'm saying or what I'm talking about, please kindly add it to make it credible. I'm not a perfect man. Even look at the level of my English. I was born and raised back home before I came to Canada. So I will urge you to also add whatever ingredient you have, add it to the program to make it credible so we could all help one another. Okay? Toronto, Canada, Milo, TV people gonna have fun. Bada bim, bada boom, bada bim. Yeah, so I would like to come to the end of this program, but the thing is that Mark Miller, who happens to be Canada's immigration minister, says that people with caregiver background or people with the health background could migrate to Canada to have access to their permanent residence. Having your permanent resident means that you are more or less a semi-Canadian, you know. All right, so let's end the video here. The Bible says that everything that has a beginning has an end. This is why I come to the end of today's video. My name is Prince Kojeteria. I am Similo, Canada-based Ghanaian journalist. Do you like my English? Am I doing well? Have I improved? I just started like less than a month ago. It's like 2 weeks. So pretty much gradually, I'll get there. Goodbye, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. We shall continue the following day. Bye bye. Milo TV. Bada bim, bada boom, bada bam. Yeah.